What is up, gamers? Cambo here with another video on Dragon Champions. Today, we're going to call this edition Fun with Ruins. Now, I get a lot of questions about ruins from my guildies. I'm in a cluster, and all of them ask about ruins. We got a lot of new players. Not all of them came over from Star Wars, so not all of them are really into ruins. So this video, first we'll go over quickly ruins and how you do it. Real simple. Primaries more important than the color of the ruin. So you got to have these primaries. Speed. This is a primary up at the top. Need to make sure that on your characters you're getting speed in the northwest here, or I'm sorry, the northeast ruin spot. And then obviously different characters are going to have different primaries, but you want to have different focuses here on, say, Gorham, for instance, because if he crits, he gets Adam to taunt. So obviously you want to have his crit chance up as high as possible. So I went with crit chance here as the primary. Now obviously speed is king, so sometimes speed will outweigh the primary that you go with. So every now and again you'll have like a speed 8 or 10 and it doesn't have the primary you want. More than likely that's still going to usurp it because speed is king. But this is how you optimize it. When you hear people talk about getting the right primaries, you want to have the right primaries. Now as far as optimization, what I do, there's two different ways in which you can do this. Easiest way is to obviously use the filters. Now you can get yourself into trouble, like when I tell people to use filters and you use a specific filter up at the top. I use it. Be careful when using it because you don't want to accidentally leave somebody without a rune set, and that's this one up at the top. Now obviously you want to not leave, say, your meta crew without the correct runes, so you don't want to take from somebody that's good, but this is a good way to optimize. So on here we're going to try to get him a little bit more speed and a little bit more crit chance. So let's take a quick look. So this rune's pretty good. He's already got it. We're going to start to sort here. Obviously he needs all crit chance because we're going with an all crit chance build, so I only want to see crit chance runes from now on. And then we're going to sort here quickly by speed. Give him a little bit more speed. Try to give him as much speed as possible. So we got a speed 3 here. Same thing from him, only it's a speed 4. Now I don't use Pigwall very often on the main crew. Gorham is always used, so I could think about taking from there. And then we even have this, who I wouldn't really want to take from, but I could because it would give me some more damage. Now more than likely this would be the one I'd probably want to optimize. It's going to give me one more speed. Looks like, oh actually no, I wouldn't want to optimize it because we don't want to lose this 2.2% crit chance, so we're not going to use that rune. More than likely I'm not going to get better than here, because another thing about ruins, the dots are the most important, because this is where you get the most primary and the most amount of stuff here. So obviously a speed with 4, it could even be gray, doesn't even have to be blue, purple, or green. A gray 4 dot rune is going to give you 28 speed. So always look at the colors. Obviously you want the pretty colors, but at the same time a gray rune that's 4 dot can give you the right primary that you need to get things done. Alright, so obviously we're not going to want to mess with that because we got 28 speed and we need him as speedy as possible. So let's look here. Now, speed 3. Slice has got a speed 4, but I got crit chance here. So we're not going to want that extra speed because we still wanted that almost 1% crit chance added on. So let's see if there's anything else. So we got a speed 2 here. We can give it a quick upgrade. I'm pretty broke. Alright, see this guy. Use care on the main squad, so we wouldn't want to use that. Yeah, so nothing really good there. So now let's go down here. Obviously we now want crit chance, so I'm actually going to plug in crit chance here. I only want to see crit chance runes that come at a 3. So here we go. All the same here, my primaries are the same, so I'm adding to his crit chance, which usually if you're a damage dealer, you want him to actually have crit damage down in this south one, but since Gorham needs as much crit as possible to get that taunt, so that Adam is constantly taunting, I have to go crit chance here. Now looking over these runes, 2% added shield rather than 1.5% added armor, this is probably better. This rune here, armor, once again to added damage. He's a damage dealer, so you want it. Shield, 1% shield and 2% depending, because he needs survivability. I'd still say damage is better there. And then health, same thing. So actually here, more than likely these two are the same. No sense switching them, because then I'm just going to mess with Diesel, who I actually use since I love goblins. If you haven't seen any of my videos, I obviously love the goblins. Alright, so probably not going to change that there, but it's a side one. Alright, so let's do this. Now we got to unfilter the crit chance there. So now what do we got here? Whoops. Alright, so now here we could get rid of a little for adding a little. And I would add 3% more shield and 2.3% more crit chance. But I'd lose some speed. Speed is king. This is up in the air though. Let's see here, add 1% crit chance to 3% shield. So taking from him would probably be better. So I'll leave that there for the moment. Now, damage. Let's see. 6 speed. Lose 1% damage, add 1% crit chance, and add 6 speed. So here we go is one good example where I have a 3 dot, 2 dot, blue to green, but because of speed being king, not getting exactly the greatest here. Probably worth it. So we're going to optimize. Now I'm going to have to go back to Diesel and make sure I fill back in his ruins, which I usually do about once a day. I just hit that ruin thing on the character sheets on the roster page so I can see all the open ruins, and then I just fill the spots. I do a lot of testing with ruins, so that's why I do it. I wouldn't really suggest using that very often, taking ruins from people. I just like to do a lot of testing, but it is a way in which you can optimize. You do want to see whether or not there are people who have because you could have a low character that you're rarely ever using that maybe you want to optimize a more meta character for. So always keep that, even if you don't plan to take from other characters. Still a good way to optimize. And that's basically it. So that's how you do some optimization of ruins. I've already optimized all these guys, so I didn't really think I'd be able to find anything, but I thought it was a good time to make a video on fun with ruins and how you might optimize ruins. Obviously, if I did anything wrong or if you have any questions, throw it down in the comments. Other than that, obviously, if you liked the video and it was helpful to you, please just give a like and subscribe. It would be very helpful as I start this off. This is my first video where I actually use my voice the whole entire time, so you get to all hear me for the first time. Alright, have fun gaming, guys. Later.